The last day for filing nominations for the battleground seat of Amethi is 3 days away. The Congress party and its Member of Parliament Rahul Gandhi have so far not been able to decide who will fight from Amethi. Should Rahul Gandhi take the plunge and battle against Smriti Irani head-on in Amethi? Or would it really signal the death knell for his flailing political career if he was to be trounced by a Modi minister twice over on that same one-time family bastion of Amethi? This is one of the most pressing and interesting questions in Indian politics at this moment, and I'll be diving deep into that on the Newstrack.
Suspense peaks over UP's VIP seat. Is Rahul ducking an Amethi fight? Reluctance, nerves or strategy? How long will Congress delay Amethi choice? Battle of the biggest bastion, top focus on Newstrack.
Let me take you through the headlines I'm tracking tonight. Janata Dal secular suspends predator Prajwal Revana until an SIT report is complete. Home Minister Shah says insult Nari Shakti will not be tolerated. Showdown over Amit Shah's doctored video continues. Home Minister lashes out and the Congress calls it a desperate attempt to hold on to power. 3 arrested so far. Prime Minister Modi invokes the film RRR in the state of war Telangana, levels RR tax jibe at Chief Minister Raebareli, says Telangana is fed up of the Congress.
ट्रिपल आर फिल्म ने पूरी दुनिया में भारत का नाम रोशन किया, लेकिन ये डबल आर टैक्स भारत के लिए शर्मिंदगी बढ़ा रहा है.
Samajwadi Party neta in the dock for vote jihad call. Salman Khurshid's niece seeks social boycott of Muslims who vote for the BJP. BJP hits out, says Maria Alam has been radicalized by her auntie. India announces its squad for the T20 World Cup in the Americas. Rohit Sharma to lead as captain. Rishabh Pant and Sanju Samson return. KL Rahul is dropped. Three days from now, the deadline for the nomination for the battleground seat of Amethi ends. The Congress still hasn't announced a candidate from the constituency. While Smriti Irani has already filed her nomination, suspense around Rahul Gandhi's Amethi plunge is swirling. Sources have told India Today that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will not be contesting elections this time. But what about RG? All eyes are on the Congress MP. Will Rahul Gandhi take the plunge?
Will he or won't he enter the Amethi battlefield? 3rd May is the last day to file nomination for the Gandhi legacy seat in Uttar Pradesh. And hours before the deadline, there's still no clarity on whether Rahul Gandhi will take on Smriti Irani.
There is no question of my contesting there. But 1 or 2 days you will know that who will be the candidates.
Sources also tell India Today that Priyanka Gandhi Vadra will not be contesting from neither Raebareli nor Amethi. The confusion over candidates has the local Congress cadre up in arms. They are demanding that a Gandhi contest from Amethi.
In the Congress camp, suspense continues over Raebareli and Amethi. India Today has learnt that any decision on Rahul Gandhi's UP contest could come by Wednesday. It would also be decided soon that whether Rahul Gandhi would actually go to Amethi or switch over to his mother's constituency, Raebareli.
The lack of a decision on Amethi and Raebareli by the Congress has given fresh ammunition to the BJP.
मुझे मालूम नहीं है मीडिया आज सुबह से दिखा रहा है वो सच है या नहीं है, लड़ेंगे या नहीं लड़ेंगे वो भी मुझे मालूम नहीं है, मगर मेरा मानना है कि इतना कंफ्यूजन रखना ही उनको आत्मविश्वास नहीं है वो दिखाता है। उत्तर प्रदेश में जिस प्रकार की आज स्थिति बनी है वो अपनी परंपरागत सीटें छोड़कर भागे हैं, मैं नहीं मानता वो लड़ने की हिम्मत कर पाएंगे।
Rahul's Amethi nemesis Smriti Irani hurled Namdar jibe at the Gandhi scion.
मोदी की गारंटी लेकर अमेठी की धरा पर लड़ रहे हैं। अमेठी में जब जो भी कांग्रेस का प्रत्याशी आएगा उनको निश्चित रूप से जवाब देना पड़ेगा कि 15 साल लापता सांसद के परिवार में सत्ता थी केंद्र में, तभी सारे काम क्यों नहीं हुए। अपने 5 साल के काम और उनके 15 साल के अगर वो एक भी काम गिनवाना शुरू करें तो इसी के बीच में मुझे लगता है ये चुनाव कंपैरिजन का, एक नामदार का गायब होना और कामदार का काम।
Uttar Pradesh BJP leaders have already declared that Amethi will be a no contest fight.
राज्य में अमेठी, रायबरेली, मैनपुरी सहित सभी 80 सीटों पर बीजेपी प्रचंड बहुमत के साथ आ रही है। विपक्ष पूरी तरह से दिग्भ्रमित है, डिरेल्ड है, कोई नीति और एजेंडा नहीं है। जनता ने इन्हें बुरी तरह नकार दिया है।
भाजपा को जनता ने बैठाया है और जनता ही बैठाना चाहती है और फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार बनाना चाहती है और इस बात को सारे विपक्षी नेता जानते हैं। 400 पार, फिर एक बार प्रचंड बहुमत की मोदी सरकार।
One Gandhi sibling has already pulled out of the race. Will Rahul Gandhi take on the Amethi challenge? With Mausami Singh and Rahul Gautam in Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
Why are the Congress party and Rahul Gandhi acting so confused? Why can't they decide whether Rahul Gandhi will fight in Amethi or not? Should RG take the Amethi plunge? There's not much to lose given what's at stake in this battle. If he says no, it will be seen as running away from the battlefield. Or would this really be the biggest mistake he can make at this stage of his political career? Because if you lose twice over to Smriti Irani, can you ever lead the country's opposition? So let's talk about all the angles at play. Joining me on this broadcast, I want to welcome first India Today's consulting editor Rajdeep Sardesai. With us, he's one of the sharpest thinkers on the right. Anand Ranganathan, author and consulting editor, Swarajya. Leading professor also with us is Shantanu Gupta, the biographer of Yogi Adityanath. Rajat Sethi joins us. Sanjay Jha and Rashid Kidwai are with us as well. Rajdeep, why is Rahul Gandhi so confused? 3rd of May is the last day of withdrawal of filing your nomination. 20th is the election. Just say yes or no and get on with it.
Absolutely, Rahul. It's bizarre beyond belief because the fact is that this is just one of 543 seats in the country. But because there is so much of uncertainty over it, the focus somewhere drifts away, even within the Congress party, from far more pressing issues. You've got to really face challenges across the country. In fact, in states where you're in direct fights with the BJP, Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, that's where you've got to really invest your political capital. But because there's been so much of uncertainty, because you've said neither yes or no, I think Rahul Gandhi has every right to say, I don't want to contest from Amethi and I'm not contesting, but make it public. By this constant and uncertainty that you prolong till the very end, nominations end on 3rd, you're creating the sense that the Congress is confused. So I think the party or Rahul Gandhi by now should have come clean and said, look, either I am contesting, I'm going into the battle in Amethi or Raebareli, or said, sorry,
so what
I have committed myself to Wayanad.
Is he fighting, not fighting?
What our sources are telling us, Rahul, is A, Priyanka Gandhi Vadra is not contesting, and she's made it clear, I believe, right from the beginning, I am going to campaign for the party, I'm not contesting. Which is fair enough. You've taken a stand, and that's what you've told your party. With Rahul Gandhi, we are told that the party has been trying to convince him that they would like him to contest from Amethi and Raebareli. He's told the party, I am committed to the people of Wayanad.
So he doesn't want to fight in Amethi.
That's the sense we get, but make it public. My point is, why should it be such a top secret till the very end? Unless you've got a plan B in mind. If you've got a clear plan B in mind, where you're going to surprise the BJP.
We don't have a plan A, you're talking about
we don't
plan
know.
B.
See, at the moment, the fact is, I think the Congress, for some reason, is still waiting for Gandhi. If you wanted to call it a book or give it a book title, Waiting for Gandhi, Waiting for Rahul. and it doesn't work to the advantage of either Rahul Gandhi or the party. It will end the uncertainty. You can then plunge into all the other states where you believe you've got a really good chance of taking on the BJP, and don't invest all this time and energy in keeping everyone, including the media, guessing as to whether you'll contest or not. Because now, when you don't contest, if you don't contest, the BJP will say, oh, you've already given up the battle. You could have said this a month ago and said, look, we've decided this election is about 543 seats. It's not about Amethi and Raebareli. Had you done that, I think you would have ended the speculation once and for all, and you could have focused on what is your real challenge. How can you take on the BJP in direct fights in different states?
Professor Anand Raghunathan, a lot of this mess is of the Congress's own making. If the Congress and Rahul Gandhi had said a month or two before now that he only intended to fight in Wayanad and not in Amethi, there wouldn't have been any of this speculation. It's Congress sources that keep saying that their internal polls show that Rahul Gandhi is ahead of Smriti Irani, and therefore RG is seriously considering it, and yet they don't tell us whether he'll fight or not. From your lens, should Rahul Gandhi take this plunge? Do you think it will be the right thing for him to do, or do you think this could be the end of his political career if he loses twice over to Smriti Irani?
Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. Look, whether it is Wayanad or Amethi or Bangkok, it hardly matters. Because while Rahul Gandhi says poverty is a state of mind, Modi, for the poor, has provided 120 million toilets, 100 million gas connections, 40 million homes, 330 million health insurance card, 430 million mudra loans, 110 million tap water connections, and pulled 250 million Indians out of multidimensional poverty, while keeping inflation below 5%, unemployment below 3.2%, and Gini coefficient below 0.41. Inflation is decreasing, unemployment is decreasing, inequality is decreasing in both Wayanad and Amethi. Look, Rahul, your namesake, Rahul, is special because the fire lit by the erstwhile Congress zamindars has singed the minds of their progeny so completely that nothing grows on that charred landscape except entitlement. And let me illustrate the damage it causes with just one example. Here are the last census indices of Amethi and Raebareli, the so-called Nehru-Gandhi dynasty bastions for 60-65 years. People below poverty line, 54%. Households with electricity, 14%. Vaccinated children, 16%. Neonatal deaths, 83 per 1,000. For India, it was 28. This is what the dynasty reduced Amethi and Raebareli to. So let it be known that if the Congress lies in tatters, it is because of Rahul Gandhi, because as long as you have a party where a man in his 50s is still called the youth leader, where he can preside over one electoral defeat after another, but is still evolving, where he can lie on an industrial scale and even apologize to Supreme Court but remains the beacon of truth, where his compatriots are more meritorious but they will never upstage him, where you indulge in tragedy porn and visit the victims of crimes in a BJP state but ignore the victims of similar crimes in a Congress state, where you keep people poor through socialism but become rich yourself, where you oppose the very farm laws that you promise in your manifesto, where you stomp on the human rights of 1 million but oppose the abrogation of 370 law that allowed it, where you and your family ban books, arrest poets, writers, journalists, storm or burn down newspaper buildings, impose the emergency, but you still claim to stand up for freedom of speech, where politics is in your shirt and your pants but your kurta pocket is torn, where you toil for an hour amid the poor and then take a week's vacation in Thailand to recover, where you demand persecuted Hindu refugees be brought to India and given citizenship when you are in power, but oppose it when you are out of power, where you haven't excelled in anything but get to decide who gets the nation's highest award, where you are responsible for the state of our poverty, but for you, poverty is a state of mind, where you hate Hindutva, but run a government with a partner that claims to love it, where you claim you will fight terrorism, but are in alliance with a party that honors the terrorist who killed your father, where you do a temple run before each election, but give blanket reservations to all Muslims in Karnataka, where you want to distribute wealth, but don't disclose how wealthy your family members are, where you propose a new parliament building when in power, but oppose it when out of power, where your party into the night in the wake of a terror attack but think fictitious saffron terror is a bigger challenge, where your founding party has split more than uranium, but you still insist it is the party of the freedom struggle, where every morning you wake up at night. So Rahul, yes, as long as you have such a party, you will always have moral victories instead of real ones. And just 10 seconds, if Rahul, as I say, was the captain of the Titanic, he'd have steered the ship all night long in search of icebergs to collide with.
That's rhetoric and oratory of a very high order, Professor Ranganathan. I'm very curious, sidestepping from this debate, did you just do that extempore or you had some notes?
Well, notes are important if you have to talk about facts about Rahul Gandhi, yes.
Okay, that's quite fascinating. I mean, that's like oratory of a very high order, Rajdeep there.
Look, oratory aside, both sides can throw oratory at each other.
No, but the other side is not throwing anything. They're waiting. Smriti Irani put out on Instagram this post, waiting.
This is about political strategy. The debate is about political strategy. Do you want your leader to take this battle into, dare I say, the enemy camp? Because if there is one state that you are at the moment unable to breach, it is Uttar Pradesh. Look at the Congress over not just now, but over the last 30 years, the Congress has been a declining force, barring 2009 in the state of Uttar Pradesh. You have not addressed that problem. And that problem cannot be addressed unless you invest in the state of Uttar Pradesh. I still recall in 2011, for example, Rahul Gandhi had said, Uttar Pradesh is my karma bhumi, I'm going to spend all my time there. We are now 13 years later. He just hasn't invested enough time and he's moved on to Wayanad and Kerala. You're not going to win India by winning Wayanad. You're going to win India only when you are in a position to actually become a challenger in Uttar Pradesh.
No, but
the reasons are multiple for the Congress's decline. We can't lay them all at the door of Rahul Gandhi. The Congress has committed blunder after blunder in Uttar Pradesh. They tied up with the BSP once. They've tied up with the Samajwadi Party. They've tried all kinds of methods to win Uttar Pradesh. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra has been made a face. Rahul Gandhi and Akhilesh Yadav were UP ke ladke in 2017. It's not worked.
No, Anand Ranganathan has his hand up. The point that he makes is Rahul Gandhi might be steering the Titanic all life long, looking for an iceberg to hit. Anand Ranganathan, this mess is really of the Congress's own confusion. They could have avoided it 1 month ago by saying Rahul Gandhi won't contest. It's almost as if, to build on what you're saying, he's looking for a Titanic to hit an iceberg with.
No, absolutely. And, in non-political parlance, as you know, Rahul, we have what is called a pilot project. So you have, for example, if you have a very nice TV show, you would run a pilot project. For political dynasties, it is absolutely imperative that they have a pilot project. Now, you look at all the other than Nehru-Gandhi dynasties, all the other political dynasties. You look at what Sharad Pawar and his dynasty have done, for better or for worse, in Baramati. You look at what Mulayam Singh and his dynasty. Will they ever lose in their constituencies? Correct. Never, because they worked for it. That is what they want to say, that look, today it is Amethi, Raebareli, tomorrow this is what we will give India. And if you can't even win from your own constituency, the Indians are watching and they're saying, look, you can't even win from your bastion for 65 years. How do you, aim to win India and convert India into Amethi?
No, but Rajdeep, this is true. Each time we travel to Amethi, it looks as if, not over the last 5 years, but before that, it genuinely is one of the most impoverished districts of Uttar Pradesh. There are no proper hotels to stay, no proper food to eat. It really is. You go to Baramati, it looks like you come to an oasis in the desert. It's so beautiful. There are all kinds. You go to Chhindwara, look at how well developed it is. Compare that with Amethi.
Look, there are clever VVIP politicians who have developed their constituencies. Much easier to have done that over the years in a particular part of the country, in Western India, than it was for a long time in Uttar Pradesh. But I can only contrast, for example, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the manner in which he has consciously been seen to have tried to make Varanasi some kind of a destination for pilgrims, tried to make sure that Varanasi is projected as a place which is on the road to recovery. That's never been done with Amethi. You could argue that Rajiv Gandhi tried it. Between 84 and 89, if you look at whatever investment came into Amethi, came in that 5-year period. Had Rajiv Gandhi been able to become Prime Minister again, who knows what would have happened to Amethi. The truth is, then post-89, you have the Samajwadi Party, BSP, other parties dominating UP politics. The Congress is pushed on the back foot, and the Gandhis are seen not thereby almost to be in no position also to bestow their patronage anymore on Amethi.
I don't agree.
The 10 years
I don't agree.
2004,
Kamal Nath was at the center. BJP was ruling Madhya Pradesh. Look at Chhindwara.
You are absolutely, as I said, I started off by saying that there are VVIP politicians who have made the effort to nurse their constituencies. You could argue that there was a sense of entitlement that the Congress and the Congress leadership had, that they felt that this was a constituency which was their right to win on each occasion. In fact, the argument was that even the opposition would not often put up strong candidates against them, and therefore they would be able to win, particularly Raebareli, rather easily. All that changed with Modi Shah. When Modi Shah brought in a Smriti Irani, for example, first time 2014, then 2019, they were the first time that you saw that they were actively challenging the Gandhis in their bastion. It's absolutely true that they haven't invested enough in taking Amethi or Raebareli to the next level. The point, though, is that you have to take that call now. What is it that you want? You cannot ask all your colleagues to fight elections,
correct,
all your seniors to fight elections, tell them, look, we want you to plunge into the battle versus the BJP, but you yourself are not clear in your mind. Do you really want to also take on a Smriti Irani or a Prime Minister Modi in the real battleground of Uttar Pradesh? And unless you do that, the Congress, I think, will struggle to really send out a message across UP. Think about the party workers. Every day you take a bite of the UP Amethi Congress district chief saying, "Humne to kaha hai ki Rahul Gandhi ko ladna hai." And then you have a speculation mounting. Rahul will contest from Amethi. Celebrations.
No, it's now a joke,
and it doesn't. Doesn't happen. And I think if he wasn't true, then I think Priyanka Gandhi Vadra should have. Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, by the way, has shown at least some appetite in this election for campaigning rather effectively. Now, the next step to be taken seriously as a political leader is to actually contest the election.
No, but it's also said in Congress circle that the brother doesn't want the sister to fight.
No, I don't think so. I think this is where we are being unfair. There is no on-record comment to suggest that. I think instead what we have is a situation that post the 2022 UP elections, where the Congress again struggled in Uttar Pradesh with Priyanka Gandhi Vadra at the helm, there's a sense that, even with the Brahmastra of Priyanka Gandhi Vadra, can we breach the BJP citadel? And some of the reasons for that have been listed by Mr. Ranganathan. The BJP has invested a lot of its political capital in building Uttar Pradesh as its laboratory in the manner that it built Gujarat 20 years ago.
Rashid Kidwai, what are your sources saying? Will Rahul fight from Amethi or not? And why can't the Congress make up its mind? What's taking so long? What's cooking in that kitchen?
Rahul, first of all, I think, when it comes to sources and Rahul Gandhi, there are two different things. One should not trust sources at all. It is Rahul Gandhi's call. Politics is not about adventurism or bravado. If he is in a position to win and there are political compulsions, pressure from Alai Samajwadi Party, then he may contest. But the important point is winnability. If winnability is not there, then Rahul Gandhi would not contest from Amethi. And my information, if you ask me, the feedback, the kind of the informal survey that is being conducted, the report is not very positive about Amethi. That's the long and short of it. A lot has been said in a very high voltage campaign, but the facts have, debate, but facts have taken the casualty. There are several VIP constituencies which continue to be very extremely underdeveloped, including Chhindwara. If you look at the socio-economic indicators of Chhindwara or Guna or Vidisha, where Vajpayee had contested, or Phulpur, where Nehru had contested, or Fatehpur, where VP Singh had contested, the socio-economic indicators are extremely poor. If Amethi is backward, then it's a poor reflection on the state government, and the Congress was in power last time was in 1989. So, and it's both center and state government are there, double engine ki sarkar. If Amethi continues to have 54% of poverty and all, there is a very poor reflection on the state and central government, not the MP who's representing it.
Okay, Anand Ranganathan, respond to Rashid Kidwai's point that it's largely the state government. You can't blame Rahul Gandhi and the Congress because they were at power at the center. It's the state government that is more responsible for local amenities and local infrastructure.
Rahul, if you notice, I mentioned the 2011 census figures, particularly because at that point of time, not only was a Congress ally at power in the state, but Congress was in power at the center. So this is obviously defying logic. Secondly, I talked about a dynasty bastion, not a VVIP seat. So I don't know why Mr. Rashid Kidwai is talking about VP Singh as a dynasty bastion. He was not a dynast. Yes, there are exceptions to the rule, but as a rule, I mean, you yourself have Baramati and Safai, for example. Do you believe that NCP will ever lose in Baramati? It's a simple yes and no question.
No, now we don't know which NCP, because now you've got Ajit Pawar's wife versus Supriya Sule, so it's a very complex situation. One of the two NCPs will definitely lose, but that again is a mess of their own making. Now I want to go across to Sanjay Jha, because do you just look at this question and respond to whether Rahul Gandhi should fight, should not fight? if he fights, it's seen as if he's wanting to be in this battle and take on Smriti Irani regardless of the consequences. The flip side is, if he loses, then does he have a political future at all?
Rahul, I hope you'll give me at least half the time that you have given to Dr. Ranganathan. I want to address a lot of the points he raised, a lot of the data that he rattled by just actually giving two, and I won't get breathless in the process as well. Number one, India's GDP growth over the last 5 years has been 4.2%. And that, by the way, nails the entire story of the manifesto that he rattled. The second is electoral bonds is the biggest scam since 1947, which shows you the corruption, criminality, and crony capitalism in India since Modi became Prime Minister. Let me answer your third question. With due respect, you have every right to believe that is oratory, but there is also an art called as the Gish Gallop. And let me repeat that for you, because you never fact check that. This is the problem that a lot of people actually use as a technique of debate. I'll define for you what a Gish Gallop is a rhetorical technique in which a person in a debate attempts to overwhelm their opponent by providing an excessive number of arguments with no regard for the accuracy or strength of those arguments, because it is impossible to fact check them. Now, let me answer your question on Rahul Gandhi. It's a very straightforward one. Rahul Gandhi, I totally agree with you, has and should fight the Amethi election, because politics is a battle of perceptions, Rahul. It is not just about Rahul contesting it, whatever the internal surveys are saying. It is about the galvanizing the cadres and second, your supporters across the country into believing that you're willing to bite the bullet or take the bull by the horns. And I do believe this is I have my own, I wouldn't like to use the word sources, but I do believe that Rahul Gandhi is seriously considering contesting from Amethi.
When will we know? Because the 3rd of May is the last day of filing nominations. Just like barely hours left now.
Rahul, the short answer to that would be that supposing if Rahul Gandhi had announced his candidature a couple of days ago, we wouldn't be having this program. And I think to a great extent, I think the Congress party has become, it may not be yet there, but it has become a lot more strategically savvy than it was in the past.
Okay, Professor Ranganathan wants to respond to being accused of Gish Gallop, overwhelming an opponent by providing excessive number of arguments with no regard to the accuracy or strength of those arguments. Professor Ranganathan.
Yes, as I openly challenge my good friend Sanjay, who's a very dear friend, to challenge any one of the 30 or 40 odd facts that I rattled out, including the fact that 120 million toilets have been made. None have been made for Sanjay. Yes, I agree there. Including the fact that 330 million Ayushman cards have been distributed. It goes on and on. I rattled out facts. It is upon Sanjay to dispute them. Now, when Sanjay, just one point, this is how he muddles the whole thing. When he talks about that, Anand didn't talk about the fact that one of the biggest scams to have happened in independent India was electoral scam. Rahul, I ask you a very simple question. Let us say you want to fight a case, and for that you want to hire a lawyer. But you yourself say that that lawyer's firm is corrupt. Now I want to ask you, would you, yes or no, hire that lawyer?
What kind of a debate is this?
Rahul, would you hire the lawyer that you are accusing of being corrupt?
Let Sanjay respond to that.
Yeah.
No, I want you to respond.
No, 1 minute, Rahul.
No, Sanjay, 1 second. Sanjay, 1 second. Rahul, would you ever hire a lawyer that you have yourself accused of being corrupt?
No, absolutely not. No question of it.
Correct. So when Sanjay says electoral bonds is the biggest scam, can he please explain how on earth has Congress garnered 1,600 crores from the same biggest scam? This is the problem with opposition party. Why did the Congress use anonymous electoral bonds to gain 1,500 crores?
Okay, Sanjay, very quick, because I have to go to Shantanu and to Rajat as well. Very quick response, please.
Exactly. Rahul, I don't have to say anything other than that. Just one example. Again, to puncture an argument, it doesn't really have to be verbose. Can I speak without your interruption? You're getting rattled. Let me speak. One example, Rahul, is substantial. One example. He's interrupting me again. One example is substantial. There is a gentleman by the name of Sarath Reddy who accused Arvind Kejriwal, does a U-turn, the ED has no objection, and his party funds the BJP 55 crores. Do I need to say more?
Okay.
You have by the way, publication has done a wonderful story on Megha Engineering. I will leave my debate at that.
Okay, I want to go across to Rajat Sethi on the issue of Amethi. Should Rahul fight, Could it be counterproductive, or do you think you should just take the bull by the horns? Rajat?
See, the bull is too strong here for Rahul Gandhi to take it by the horns. See, understand, Rahul Gandhi at one point in his speeches has been saying consistently that BJP is not going to even get 150 seats. Now, on one side, he's saying that, there is apparently an Andhi Tufan going on for Congress party. And on the second aspect of it, he's not too confident to even go out and contest Amethi. Now, if he wants to present a picture before the electorate, because 5 phases are still left, major phases of the elections are still left, and he still is trying to come up with this very, very confident statistics. I don't know where he's getting it from, but if he wants to, put heft behind that statistics that BJP isn't getting 150 seats and Congress is all the way coming into power, why does he not show the guts to come in and pick a seat anywhere in North India? Forget about Amethi. My point here is, I do not see Rahul Gandhi going and contesting anywhere in North India and being able to win the seat. That is the problem. I don't think he has any love lost for Amethi. He doesn't care about Amethi or Raebareli for that matter. He is in search for one winning seat in North India, which in my understanding, I am not able to fathom where he will be in a position to go out and win. And that should be a discussion where I think Rahul Gandhi's imagination is sort of ending and he's not able to think it through. And this is why all the dilly-dallying that we see.
Congress has put out a new list of candidates in different constituencies. Raj Babbar fights in Gurgaon, Anand Sharma fights in Kangra, Satpal Raizada in Hamirpur, Bhushan Patil in Mumbai North, and there is no Amethi or Raebareli in it. Now that's the problem, Shantanu Gupta. They're just turning this into a big suspense and a big mystery. They don't tell us. They could just pick anybody. It's almost as if everyone in the Congress is looking towards Rahul Gandhi to say yes, and the man can't make up his mind, or even if he's made up his mind, doesn't tell us what's in his mind.
See, Rahul under Congress under Rahul is anyway not a party on the front foot, right? We have seen how Sonia Gandhi resigned the fate of Congress by joining Rajya Sabha just before the election. Versus the BJP, in their very first list, Narendra Modi's name was a #1 slot, right? So they were like bold and open. Narendra Modi going to fight for Banaras, we all know it, right? And they're sending a lot of their Rajya Sabha members from Piyush Goyal to Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Dharmendra Pradhan, Bhupendra Yadav to fight there, right? So they are not a front foot party anyways. Hardly any members of CWC fighting. And Rahul lost for a decent margin of 50,000. And he's hardly being to UP and Amethi. His yatras are hardly tangentially touching UP, right? So I think if you ask me, if he should, because UP is a bigger battleground. If you want to show at least effect in other seats also, Raebareli and Amethi should be fought by the Congress family or by the Gandhi family or some big candidate, so that at least the cattle will get galvanized. But currently, if you talk to anyone in Congress in UP, they are a very dilapidated cattle. They don't even know why we are contesting this election, which is lost all anyways.
Rashid Kidwai, why is Priyanka Gandhi Vadra not fighting? She's told the High Command apparently that she doesn't want to fight in this election. From what you've gathered, why is PGV so unwilling to fight this time round?
Rahul, 2 quick points. One is that this was going to be 3rd phase, 4th phase, 5th phase, and there are about 240 seats that are going, and Priyanka Gandhi is a star campaigner. If she fights election from Amethi, Raebareli, whichever, she will get bogged down. It will require her to stay put. So who will campaign in these 230 plus Lok Sabha seats? Rahul, I'm really amused and baffled. You see, why is that there is such a strong sense of expectation, particularly from the BJP side, on Rahul Gandhi to contest? You have Lok Sabha election, you have 543 seats. Which political party or leader of consequence or significance is fighting from 2 seats? Why is that Rahul Gandhi is expected to fight from North India? Why is not Prime Minister Modi contesting from South India or East India or somewhere? I think it's a very clever ploy to drag Rahul Gandhi by this bravado, as I said, adventurism, and make into the remaining part of Lok Sabha election a contest between Rahul, Banam Modi. And so that Mr. Modi can, reap a rich political dividend, because in terms of one-on-one contest, personality cult, Rahul Gandhi would be an easy meet for him. So this is
Let Anand Ranganathan respond that BJP is baiting Rahul Gandhi. Why is Modi not fighting in the south? He asks. He says, why is BJP expecting RG to fight? Nobody in the Congress has said that Rahul Gandhi will be fighting from Amethi, that the BJP is trying to lay a trap by wanting to make this PM Modi versus Rahul Gandhi.
Rahul, there is no doubt about it that Rahul Gandhi is more important for the BJP than he is for the Congress. Let's not have any bones about that. But just a couple of points. I like the way how my good friend Sanjay neatly sidestepped the question as to why did Congress accept 1,500 crores from the same electoral bonds that it was saying are scam and corrupt. But here, please give him another chance to answer this question. This is from India Today. It's a headline. This is headline that Rahul Gandhi is saying that Prime Minister Modi promised to put 15 lakh rupees in every Indian's account. This is Rahul Gandhi from India Today saying. Can you please ask Sanjay Jha whether here Rahul Gandhi is lying or is he not lying? Simple yes and no question.
Rahul, can I answer you?
Yeah.
Because this man is not the anchor, you are.
Okay,
so
go on.
I will answer you on the points that other people have made before. And this is the thing that we need to understand here, that I think the opposition, including in Uttar Pradesh, and I have friends all over the country, they see a definite upswing in their electoral fortunes emerging with every successive phase. And I do think that Rahul Gandhi and, Akhilesh's statement the other day, where he said, Mehfil yahi jamegi, was an enough subtle insinuation about the fact that these decisions are not taken just because whether you are a contestant or not. You are always looking at the ramifications of your decision across the entire political environment. So, for anyone here from the BJP or their cheerleaders or the Modi toadies to believe that Rahul Gandhi is chickening out, the answer is no. You will find a contest, and I'll be surprised if there is no contest even happening in Raebareli. I think we should hold our breath and wait for an announcement to happen.
Okay, Rajat, do you buy that this is part of some grand strategy? That delay till the last moment, go bamboozle the opposition, don't make it public. That this is not happening by chance or by accident, this is happening by design.
Well, this is what Rahul's Piddis love to dream day in and day out. This is what keeps them alive, keeps them hopeful. Otherwise, if you drain them out of this hope also, what will be left for the Rahul's Piddis out there? You honestly tell me, what are they clinging on? What is their statistics? Where are they getting that fake confidence? I'm shocked. I mean, if they have the confidence, why don't they come out and prove a point? I'm actually challenging him. If you genuinely believe कि महफिल उत्तर प्रदेश में सजेगी, तो महफिल खुली है ना, बैठ के तो दिखाइए महफिल में. आप बैठ ही नहीं सकते हैं सर.
अभी तो महफिल में आ ही नहीं रहे राशिद किदवाई. जमेगी कैसे?
Rahul.
Yes, Sanjay,
Rahul, you want to see the confidence, you have to look at Rajat Singh's demeanor and my tenor. The one who's confident is always chilled. The one who's agitated tells you they betray their fear.
Parties, workers also.
Then why is that, Rahul Gandhi is sought to be dragged when no other contender or a player or a leader is fighting from 2 seats, trying to do this north, south, east, west kind of thing?
Shantanu Gupta, why drag Rahul Gandhi into this pit? Nobody else is fighting from 2 seats. It's a trap, he says. The BJP is trying to lay Farji.
We are not trapping. BJP have not asked Rajiv Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi multiple times to fight this seat. It's their family bastion, right? So he contested 2 seats just last year. So it's their family seat from last 40 years. He talks about Uttar Pradesh, and the only thing about Uttar Pradesh is Uttar Pradesh doesn't understand him. He goes to Wayanad and says Uttar Pradesh doesn't understand him. The state where 80 seats come, and you are not even, your main leader, your own family comes from Uttar Pradesh, go to Phulpur at least. Phulpur with Chacha Nehru seats. Fight from any other seat, right? So Modi fought when he fought 2 seats when he wanted to. Right, but here the challenge to Rahul, not to Modi, who already has 300 seats to his credit.
We don't know whether Rahul Gandhi is interested or not.
Congress is dilapidated.
But we do know that Robert Vadra, Anand Ranganathan is most certainly interested.
Robert Vadra is asking for seats.
He wants to fight in Amethi. We don't know about Rahul yet, but every day Robert Vadra himself comes and says, give him the ticket if nobody else is willing.
He's been saying it since 2010.
Please understand that Robert Vadra might want to fight from maybe on a BJP ticket ever since Rahul Gandhi threatened to redistribute wealth. Robert Vadra saying, ye kya kar rahe ho? No, but the fact is, when will we understand, Rahul, that Rahul Gandhi is as useful to the Congress as a comb is to at least 3 panelists here?
Okay, now you're just being mean. Now you're being mean and below the belt.
No. Rahul, give me 30 seconds.
Okay.
The country is seeing what happened in Chandigarh when the BJP actually stole an election under the cameras and the Supreme Court had to say this is a murder or the mockery of democracy.
This is a typical
We have
Sanjay
all
Jha.
seen what happened
He
in
will bring
Surat.
all the points he will write to any
What
debate.
happened in Indore. So, ladies and gentlemen, the viewers of this very popular program hosted by Rahul Kanwal, beware of what the BJP's tricks are. They will go to any extent to rob this election of its democratic foundations.
No, but some of this Rajat Sethi, do you think is in bad form? You know, even if you can take the candidate from Indore or and bring him into the BJP, just in terms of semantics, you know, Indore, Surat, these are very safe seats for the BJP. One, you can argue that this is a Congress guy wanting to switch over, but even just for optics, you say, nahi, bhai, abhi mat aao, fight and lose, come later, because this doesn't look good. It looks like, you know, the number 2 guy is also joining you for a safe seat like Indore or Surat.
A murder charge 4 days earlier, Rahul.
This is, you know, Rahul, the name of the show is State of War, and everything is fair in love and war. The problem here is that Congress doesn't have the apparatus to ideologically ground its leaders. There is no grounding mechanism in the entire party. They are not inbred into some set of ideological underpinnings which can actually hold them to the party. The problem is that what will hold them? I mean, they might be swayed here and there. It could be all kinds of pulls and pressures which might
Sanjay,
be...
I respond to this. You know, if the guy who's been given a Congress ticket doesn't want to stay, then where is the ideological conviction and why blame the BJP?
Rahul, I'll just give you one example because I know what Rahul Gandhi said actually when he was here in Mumbai is 100% true. When he said that a former chief minister of the state called Mrs. Sonia Gandhi in Delhi and cried on the telephone and said, I have been threatened to do what I've been forced to do. I mean, you're watching a mafia operation.
So this means...
You're watching the ultimate
He's a corrupt leader who did enough corruption that he has to...
Please do not interrupt, Rajat. I didn't interrupt you. Calm down. Calm down. I didn't interrupt you. The point I'm making is we are witnessing an authoritarianism having a very ugly manifestation in this country.
When are you going to the court,
and the cheerleaders here will obviously get very rattled because true words. But that needs to be said.
Okay, Anand Ranganathan, respond to Sanjay Jha, who says the cheerleaders can't ignore the fact that 4 days before this, he was charged in a very old murder case and therefore he felt that pressure, which is why the Congress argues he switched and joined the BJP after getting a Congress ticket from Indore.
So murder kyun kiya?
No. Rahul, I think...
I have a point about this thing about everything is fair in love and war. The problem with Sanjay is always been selectivity. Now, he rightly points out that the BJP wants to win at all costs, so the BJP is taking up every riffraff and corrupt people from other parties. But he forgets that the same person that the Congress outraged on, who provided a rally in support of the Kathua rapist when he was in BJP, that same person is now fighting Udhampur on a Congress ticket. And there is not a whimper of protest from Sanjay Jha. This is the problem. Selectivity is the problem. Sanjay feels that everyone is holier than thou in the Congress. Well, all the problems, everything, the danger of democracy, everything is with Modi. This is the issue.
Anand, I agree that all politicians have made compromises, but the BJP is a washing machine, is understood by every citizen of this country.
Okay, I'm out of time.
BJP is not a washing machine. BJP is a dhobi guard.
Rajat, you better worry.
Okay, so we've had a fiery debate. As always,
Thank you for your unsolicited advice here.
Leave it to our viewers to decide. Rather than pick a side, we leave it to our viewers to decide who they think came out stronger. I want to thank our guests for joining us and lighting up the Newstrack tonight with the power of their oratory, rhetoric and fireworks. The Janata Dal Secular has suspended its Member of Parliament and Hassan candidate Prajwal Revanna, who's been booked for sexual assault. The party says it will decide on Prajwal's expulsion only when an SIT probe has been completed. Prajwal has fled to Germany. The big question is how and who will get him back.
Prajwal Revanna's sex tape row explodes. The Janata Dal Secular has suspended former Prime Minister and Party President H.D. Deve Gowda's grandson Prajwal until the completion of the SIT probe.
ನೀವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿವಸದವರೆಗೆ ಅಮಾನತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಇದು ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯ ತನಿಖೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್ ಅವರ ಪಾತ್ರ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವರದಿ ಬರೋವರೆಗೂ ಸಸ್ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇದೆ. ತಪ್ಪಿತಸ್ಥ ಅಂತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ವರದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಪರ್ಮನೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಸಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Protests over the videos erupted in Bengaluru and Hubballi, where a scuffle broke out between Congress and JDS workers. The sex tapes, allegedly featuring Prajwal Revanna, were shared widely ahead of voting in his constituency, Hassan. There are many claims around who leaked these videos. BJP leader Raebareli Gowda, who had warned the state party leadership against Prajwal Revanna, has pointed fingers at Karnataka Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivkumar and his brother D.K. Suresh.
उसका कार ड्राइवर मेरे पास आया था. मैं पूछा उसको, आपका पास क्या है, क्या मटेरियल्स क्या है, एविडेंस क्या है, मैं पूछा. मैं वो जब बोला वो सब मेरे पास सभी वीडियो है. मैं पूछा मैं ये वीडियो सब किसी को दिया क्या? वो बोला हाँ दे दिया. वो किसको दिया? वो कांग्रेस पार्टी का एक नेता और पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट मिस्टर D.K. शिवकुमार, D.K. सुरेश, दोनों को भी दिया.
Prajwal Revanna's driver has however denied the claim by BJP's Raebareli Gowda.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರ ಈ ಪೆನ್ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ನ ಕಾರ್ತಿಕ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಬರೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ ಮುಖಂಡರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸುಳ್ಳು ಅಪಾದನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ತಾವ್ರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಮುಖಂಡರಾದಂತ ಮುನಿಯಾಸ್ಪುರ ಕ್ಯಾಂಡಿಡೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಪರಾಜಿತ ಅಭ್ಯರ್ಥಿ ದೇವರಾಜೇಗೌಡರು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ.
Congress leader D.K. Suresh also dismissed the charge.
These videos and photos came out not in 2019. This is the issue of after he became MP, he misuses his office. In his office only has done all this, so many cases in his office only. And where Hassan district office is there he has done it, and in his residence and his farmhouse and other places.
The scandal has become a flashpoint in the middle of a heated Lok Sabha election campaign.
कर्नाटका में एक बहुत बड़ी बात निकली है कि उनके साथ जो मंच पे खड़े थे, जिनके लिए मोदी जी ने वोट मांगा, उन्होंने हजारों महिलाओं के साथ दुष्कर्म किया, हजारों महिलाओं के साथ. मैं पूछना चाहती हूं मोदी जी क्या कहते हैं इसके बारे में, क्या कहते हैं हमारे प्रधानमंत्री इसके बारे में.
नरेंद्र मोदी जी का पूरे देश को एक कमिटमेंट है कि कहीं पर भी मातृशक्ति के अपमान को सहन नहीं किया जाना है. परंतु कांग्रेस पार्टी जो हम पर आरोप लगाना चाहती है, मैं छोटी सी बात पूछना चाहता हूं, वहां सरकार किसकी है? सरकार कांग्रेस पार्टी की है. फेक वीडियो आपके ध्यान में ही होंगे क्योंकि टाइम पर रिलीज किए गए हैं, और अब तक कार्यवाही कांग्रेस पार्टी ने क्यों नहीं की?
While the political war over the sex tapes escalates, the man at the center of it, Prajwal Revanna, is in Europe, where he claims to be on a tour. With Sagaraj, Anaga Keshav and Nagarjun Dwarkanath in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today.
This is where we wrap up the Newstrack tonight. For your time and your trust, thank you very much. I look forward to seeing you at 8 p.m. tomorrow evening. Till then, from all of us here, goodbye, good night.